This video is brought to you by OneFootball, the one and only place to get all your football news. Hey guys, it's Gameface here and welcome back to episode 29 of my Manchester City career. Now in today's episode we've got 3 games to play. The first game is against Nice in the Champions League for us to play. Obviously our 4th match in the Champions League now, so hopefully we can get ourselves another 3 points to try and extend our lead in front of Real Sociedad. Other games to play as well in a few days' time. We've got a game against Tottenham, that's in the league for us to play, followed by a game against Aston Villa as well. That's presumably after an international break, but there being obviously no games during that week. So a little bit of time off before that next match against Villa, but we will end today's episode probably on that game, to be honest. We'll wait and see how we get on in today's episode. 2 league games, 1 Champions League match to play, and we'll wait and see how we get on. Before we get into today's episode though, if we could try and hit 75 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, feel free, if you're new to the channel, or maybe you haven't subscribed yet, to go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Really do appreciate it. Let's crack on with today's episode. This is who we're going to go with, the opening game of today's episode that we have. Edison starting in goal, Gulam, Tosin, Otamendi and Hernandez as our defenders. Yaya Toure, Delph and Gundogan in midfield. Sanchez, Jesus and Leroy Sané as our front 3. So a strong team for us. Obviously some changes in there as well. Tosin coming in, Gulam at right back, Delph at centre attacking mid, but there has been quite a few changes because the teams, you know, there's a few players that are a little bit tired, and also a game against Spurs in just a few days' time as well to think about. Let's crack on with this game. Let's hopefully beat them, hopefully get ourselves, or remain at the top of our group. Okay, let's crack on with this game against Nice. Let's see how we get on. Obviously, again, got Mario Balotelli returning back to his former club, Manchester City here, so we'll wait and see how we get on with him up front. If I remember correctly, I think we might have had a bit of an interesting game against Nice last time. I can't remember the exact scoreline, but certainly Balotelli caused us some issues, and they have done again. Nice score within 3 minutes, and they're in front of this game, and it's Bartels there that has scored the goal for them, making it 1-0. Very, very bad start for us there. Not good news to be losing this game just 3 minutes in. They find a way through. It's just a huge gap in defence. Don't know where Otamendi's gone. Yeah, all over the place. Tosin doesn't come over to recover, which is really poor, and so not the start that we wanted at all here. Gulam trying to switch it into Leroy Sané. It's in behind the fullback. Sané now trying to get beyond the defence. Still going. Sané comes inside. Going to cut this one back onto his left, and it's through for Delph. It's great play. It's an equaliser. That's fantastic football. 12 minutes in, and we've scored with our first shot on goal. And it's Fabian Delph who has come into this team here, who has got himself the goal. It's 1-1. Back at level terms. Really good response. Sané with a great little turn there as well. Opened up loads of space for Delph. He ran through. It was a really clever run from him from midfield, and just completely opened them up. The finish was pretty simple. 1-1. Yeah, into Gundogan to shoot from range. Oh, it's the second goal. It puts us in front for the first time in this game. And 17 minutes in, we've taken the lead. What a turnaround already. It was a quick response as well. 2 shots, 2 goals, I think, so far. Gundogan giving high fives to the fans. Not seen that one before. But yeah, certainly good play there. And just, again, not closed down properly. That's been the issue. Clearly with Nice, there's a bit of an issue there between the midfield and the defence. They don't seem to be working particularly well. Midfield are all over the place. It means that the defence have to make a decision whether to step up or stay in their back 4. So, yeah, they basically struggled to block the shots so far, and that means we are winning the game 2-1. Very good response from going down within 3 minutes. Chance for Mario Balotelli here. Good opportunities through on goal. Oh, he's pulled one back. It's 2-1. They've equalised. Mario Balotelli scores it. And yes, he will run into the crowd and celebrate against his former club there. He's got himself the goal. 25 minutes into this game. Again, it's poor defending from us. Tosin again, and probably at fault at this one when he comes out. And then it means Mario Balotelli is able to make the run with a simple 1-2. So this poor defending again from us at the moment. It's sort of end-to-end stuff with both teams having opportunities. Both teams failing to defend correctly. Oh, it's a third. They've taken the lead again. Nice have come back. 30 minutes into this game, there's been 5 goals already. Mario Balotelli scored with the first one, and Gulam this time is the one that's switched off, I think. He's got to get to his man much better than that. He's got to stop him. He's got to anticipate it. He doesn't, losing the game 3-2. And Nice take the lead once again. Very frustrating. Again, poor defending from us. We've had 2 chances so far, and we've scored them both, which is good, but we're losing the game, which is the more concerning thing. We've got to try and put them under a few more attacks, a bit more pressure overall. Delph put it back into the box and headed away. Go on, Gundogan. Oh, I thought he'd done it again. He hasn't. Well, this has turned out to be a more exciting game than I was expecting. Great switch, another chance. What a save. Balotelli will follow up, maybe. Had to be cleared away, and Nice continue to have chances. and we're continuing to struggle with their attacks at the moment and not attack enough ourselves. Half-time, losing the game 3-2. Going to make some changes at half-time in terms of players and tactics, I think, at the moment, because Nice are basically, beating us quite comfortably, and so we need to try and sort something out. We need to attack a little bit more and get the ball into the midfield a little bit better as well. And so 2 changes at half-time. Cal Walker and Bernardo Silva are going to come on. We're going to take off Tosin and also Yaya Toure. Sort of change at the back. Obviously, bringing off Tosin, who's had a disappointing first half. Hernandez as a centre-back now. Gulam as our left-back. Cal Walker coming on. Needed more sort of pace and more type full-backs, to be honest, for this game to deal with their pacey players. Bernardo Silva coming on as well to try and get us crazy a bit more going forward. Delph dropping back a little bit so he can control the tempo a bit. So we'll see how it goes. A few tactical switches there, but we've got to try and basically flip this game on its head. Jesus looking to Leroy Sané. Has he kept himself onside? Clearly not. That's blown straight away for a free kick. Okay, we'll take a free kick. Did not expect that. We won't question it though. Didn't really see what happened, to be honest. We will go with Sanchez, but to be honest, I'm not very good at free kicks. And Sanchez is, though. It's 3-3. We're back on level terms. Pick up the ball. Let's go. 2 minutes in, and from a mystery free kick, we've managed to find the back of the net. Jesus delivering into the back post for Sanchez. Oh, we've taken the lead. It's 4-3. Sanchez scores at the back post. This could be the turning point. We've taken the lead yet again, but I don't really see Nice coming back into this game now. We've really taken control and flipped this game as we wanted to in the second half. It's a brilliant bit of play here for Jesus to cut back inside and pick out Sanchez, who heads away fantastically. 4-3 now, and we are looking much better in the second half. So good now. Bernardo Silva into Jesus. He's kept on side. Surely gets brought down. It's going to be a penalty. Dante with a terrible challenge. It's the captain that's caused it. It's an easy penalty. I want to see a card here of some sort as well. It's a red. I mean, I don't know whether I was necessarily wanting a red, but we'll take it. I definitely do want a red, but I wasn't expecting one. But yeah, I did suppose slice him down. He was the last man, so it makes sense. It's a really poor challenge. Jesus was probably going to at least get a shot on target there, despite it being his left foot. But we've got to get ourselves a penalty. Can certainly try and get one on target here, hopefully. Not getting my hopes up because I have been dreadful at penalties recently. Got to try and change that now, and we have done. 5-3. That's it. We're surely going to go on to win this game now. The 2-goal advantage is what we needed. We've got it. It's 5-3, 8 goals in this game, just 62 minutes in. Ridiculous match, but we've managed to finally give ourselves more of an advantage. Surely there's no way back now. Go on. Sané! Oh, on his right foot on the volley. Where's that come from? I was expecting a header or something like that, but we got a volley instead. It was so close as well. Hit it sweetly on his right foot. Oh, what a flick on. Sané's got to be through here. They're struggling now. They're down to 10 men. Leroy Sané's running 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Sané! Oh, no. I thought he'd scored. I actually thought he rippled the back of the net. Oh, my days. You can just see myself steady myself just for the shot, and somehow he's put it wide. Obviously aiming for the corner, but how has that happened? That is ridiculous. Let's make some changes now. I say make changes, we're going to make one. So we're going to bring on Diaz, take off Gundogan, put Diaz at centre attacking mid, drop Bernardo Silva back a little bit, and we'll see how that goes, just to try and give the youngster a bit of a chance on the pitch here. But yeah, obviously we made a lot of change at half-time. That really flipped the game. I mean, it was clearly what did it for us. Much better. I think it was actually maybe even the changes to the full-backs, because they're so important in this system that we play and the way that we try and play. So I think it was probably the changes to the full-back, bringing Cal Walker on, balanced us a little bit better and brought us forward more as well. Oh, what a bit of play that is. Held up perfectly for Bernardo Silva. Across to Sané. It has to be a goal, it is. There we go. 6-3 now. We've managed to add to the scoreline. I was thinking we might not even get a goal at this rate when they're down to 10 men, but we have done. We've managed to do it, obviously after the penalty as well, which you can technically say was after the red card. But with 2 minutes to go, 6-3. Very happy about that, especially that, we went down twice. We're losing the game twice in this match. So we have responded brilliantly. That's fantastic play as well. The way we just allowed Bernardo Silva to keep running and then play it onto him when it got through is incredible. It's fantastic football, and we're winning the game 6-3. That's it. 9-goal thriller there for us. It's a great 6-3 victory. Obviously disappointed to concede 3 goals in the first place, but, Nice played well. Nice played well, we didn't play very well in the first half, and so it's fully deserved for them to take the lead twice as they did. But the response to the second half was incredible, completely deserved at that point. Nice didn't really challenge us, especially going down to 10 men. They were never really going to create too much, but you can see 8 shots, 7 on target from them. I mean, it's a decent amount. They've nearly got the same amount of shots on target as us. So, yeah, pretty impressive stuff from them in the first half, but we were just world class in that second half. There was never any hope of them winning, especially after we scored the equalising goal. I knew from that point that we were going to win the game. We just completely flipped it as I'd hoped. And yeah, let's move on now to the game against Tottenham. Let's decide on the team and hopefully try and extend our lead in the league as well. So to the game against Tottenham now. This is the team I'm going to go with for the game. See Edison starting in goal, Carl Walker, Cooper, Stones and Mendy in defence. Yaya Toure, Goretzka and Silva in midfield. That's Bernardo Silva at centre attacking mid with Sterling, Aguero and Sané as our front three. So a really strong team. We've got an international break as well. So that means the next game against Aston Villa is in about 2 weeks' time, I think. So plenty of rest. Hopefully no injuries across the international break as well. Obviously currently got De Bruyne and Messi out. So hopefully no more to add to that list. Let's see if we get against Tottenham, try and get ourselves 3 points and see if we can keep our good run in the league going. Okay, that was this game against Tottenham. We're at the Etihad Stadium for this match. It's a very strong team I've gone with. I'm expecting us to fully compete with Tottenham here and hopefully beat them, to be honest. We're in great form, so there's no reason why we can't. We've got a great team as well. Our side's better than them in terms of players and in terms of form as well, so you'd certainly expect some good result here, and nearly found Bernardo Silva early on. Tottenham just about defending it properly. Well played, Sterling's won it back. Here we go, Raheem Sterling now needs to try and get the cut back right. There's nobody in the box, maybe Leroy Sané. And he hit it with his right foot, and actually Lloris puts it closer to the goal. It was going well over the bar. Goretzka picks up the ball again, but now Bernardo Silva hits the post. This is unbelievable. We've hit everywhere but the back of the net so far. Leroy Sané just about turning and getting away from Nkudu. Ball goes back in, and Goretzka was there again. Oh, don't know what that was from Bernardo Silva. Who was that with that strike? Was that Mendy or... Can't quite tell. It's quite high up the pitch. Maybe it's Yaya. It was as well. Still keeping hold of the ball, and maybe a foul? No. Oh, Harry Kane's managed to get past us there, but Edison comes rushing out. I wasn't expecting to actually keep hold of the ball, and Harry Kane puts it into an empty net. I just thought he was going to come out and just kick it away automatically. I didn't actually expect to be in control of him. That backfired massively, and Harry Kane has given Tottenham the lead. Completely undeserved as well, being the better team by far. Could have had a couple of goals so far, but Harry Kane capitalises on, just... something really bad from us, basically. I was expecting Edison just to come and clear it automatically. It didn't quite happen, because I couldn't quite tell whether I brought him out or whether it was done automatically. I had certainly had Y held down, but it did feel like it was more of an automatic response from the keeper there. So no idea what went on, but ultimately we're losing the game 1-0. That's the only thing that matters, and now we need to try and get ourselves back in level terms. Sané going through. I thought we'd done it. I thought we'd done it straight from kick-off. Brilliant play to get through so quickly, but the finish wasn't quite there. Bernardo Silva over to Sterling, again getting in behind the full-back here. Raheem Sterling going to go for a cross, going to pick out Aguero, who heads it off the post again. Is that 2 or 3 times now in this game? We just can't seem to find the back of the net. So frustrating for us, we're getting everywhere but the goal at the moment. Okay, half-time, losing the game 1-0. At the moment we are being challenged by Tottenham, and it's good to be challenged, so that's good to see, that we are having a bit of a challenge in the league, that we're not just winning, 3-4-0 every single match. But my main issue is the inability to finish our chances in this game. That's been frustrating for us. We've had far more chances than Tottenham. I think they've maybe only had 1 shot. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2 shots. We've had 1 shot on target. That's the big issue. We've had 7 shots, but only 1 of them has actually gone on target. So that's clearly the issue for us right now. A lot of them are getting blocked. A lot of them are hitting the post or getting saved or going wide or whatever. And so we're not quite managing to find the back of the net. So frustrating, but got to keep going. Got to keep thinking that we can go and we'll still win this game, which I genuinely do think. We've just got to get an early goal if we can. Switches on here to Sané. It's a good pass there. Sané going to look into the middle for Goretzka. Maybe back to Bernardo Silva on the volley. And it's ended up in the same place most of our shots have ended up, over there. Mendy coming forward now. It's a good run from the left back. Still going here. Mendy over to Raheem Sterling. He's going to take a touch, shoots, and he gets saved. Will it go over the line? No. It's held onto by Lloris there. It's a really good play. I thought we'd actually scored that chance, and Tottenham just defended really well. Or I say Lloris has defended that really well, obviously saving that chance. Ericsson running forward. Mendy just about gets it. It's through to Kane. Luckily for us, he puts it wide on his left foot because that was a really good chance to make it 2-0. That might well have put this game beyond us in terms of winning the match anyway. So that was very, very lucky. But again, Tottenham not having that many chances, but every time they go forward, they look like scoring. And so that's making things really difficult because we don't look like scoring so much. We're having plenty of chances, just not looking like taking them. Sané into Bernardo Silva. We have to do something here from range. Bernardo Silva to shoot. Oh, he's put it wide. I thought he'd gone in again. Running out of time now. We're running out of time. Goretzka. Now into Bernardo Silva. It's a great chance. Bernardo Silva. Oh, saved again. Sané. Is that the equalising goal? Is it offside? No, it's not. We've scored. We've finally got the equaliser. It's Leroy Sané, his right foot. And eventually we've managed to get the breakthrough goal to put us back at level terms. And with 20 minutes left, we've got a chance now to maybe go win this game, but it's a small amount of time that we have left to try and get the second goal. It's a great play though, it's Yaya Toure who wins it and keeps the attack alive. Goretzka over to Bernardo Silva, it's a great combination there in the midfield, with Sané just getting the follow-up. Lloris puts it into a dangerous zone, and that's what happens when you do that. He should have put it out for a corner if he could have, but yeah, allowed us to have a shot on goal and finally score it into an empty net. It's 1-1 now. Chance for Tottenham. I mean, it was a chance, but it's Sissoko that was shooting, so wide. Okay, change of formation, also a few changes as well. Bring on Jesus, Sanchez and Gundogan. That means we're taking off Yaya Toure, Stones and Silva. So we're going for a 3-5-2 formation, still trying to push for a victory here. I could settle for a draw, but with 7 or 8 minutes to go, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and push and go all out, really, to try and get ourselves at 3 points. It could mean that we end up losing the game. If that happens, then that is obviously the case, but I'm hopeful that we can still get ourselves a good victory here. Let's see how we get on. Got to try and defend this. Probably not the greatest idea to make the changes before that set piece, but we did it anyway. Aguero, going to try and pick out Sanchez. Oh, it's Jesus, in fact. Jesus on the volley puts it wide. That's the closest we're going to get, I think. How has that happened? 89th minute. It's obviously a great ball over the top there. It's a great bit of connection as well. The accuracy just wasn't quite there with it being his weaker side. So close to a winning goal. I think this might be the first time that we drop points this season, I think. That's it. So 1-1, it finishes. Obviously, dropping 2 points here, the first time in the league that we've managed to do that. But it's good to see that we are dropping points. It means that it's a bit more of a challenge. Still undefeated, though, that's the most important thing. But yeah, it is still enough of a challenge by the looks of it in these sort of matches. Tottenham been very resilient, rode the luck massively. Obviously, we should have really won that game quite comfortably with the chance that we had. It didn't happen, but still good to see that they are definitely competing with us massively. Although on a different day, if we had taken all our chances, I think it would have been a very different scoreline. But yeah, like I say, good to see that we are dropping some points, makes things more interesting in the league title race. I obviously don't want to win every single game of the season, so from that aspect it's good. I still feel that we should have probably taken more of our chances. You can see that if Swansea were to go ahead and win their match, that put them on 25 points, 6 points behind us, so it obviously closed the gap a little bit. Spurs were a little further away from us though, they're 12 points behind us, so obviously a little bit more catching up for them to do, but Swansea are looking like the most likely team to catch us up at the moment. Obviously there's a long way to go for the rest of the season, but right now they do look like the best team to catch us up. We do have some player development to do before we go into the international break. You're going to get the exact same players again, Foden and Diaz being the main focus, as well as obviously Costa, who is still flying up. I think he's still in the youth academy, or have we promoted him now? I can't remember, but regardless, he's still flying up in his stats, which is good. Diaz getting close to the next overall as well. Loan offer here for Jay Collins, one of our youngsters from Preston. 1 year loan deal. Do we want to get rid of him? 17 years old, 69 overall, centre forward and centre attacking mid. He looks really good actually. He is loan listed as well, and he's not going to get much of an opportunity. So we'll do it. We'll go ahead. We'll loan him out, get him some experience. He's got to be really sort of pushing, 70 plus really by the end of the season. And he probably would, to be fair, probably do that with our training drills. That's the only thing that's kind of making me question whether we should loan him out. So we can always bring him back, of course, but certainly I think he would have been probably quite good for us to train up at 69 overall. Obviously, he's 17 years old, worth £2 million already. He does look like a good player, but he wouldn't get much game time, I don't think. So we'll loan him out. We'll probably use him next season a bit more, train up next season, maybe towards the end of this season if we bring him back early. Diaz goes up to 76 overall. That's great to see. Obviously, Foden and Diaz are my main focus for that centre attacking mid position. Messi's obviously in that position when he's not injured. So, there are a lot of players fighting for the same position as Jay Collins. That loan deal's been rejected, so he's staying anyway. They're broken down, they've pulled out, whatever. Maybe down to his wage, although I don't think it was too bad. Swansea were unable to capitalise on their opportunity to move closer to us. They lost to West Ham 1-0. Oh, okay. I was actually wanting a little bit more competition, to be honest, in the top 2 or 3. So they've let us down a little bit on that. But, in terms of us winning the league, it looks we're obviously in a better position now, 9 points in front, just 11 games in. Okay, this is the team we're going to go with. Not too dissimilar to the last team that we used. Edison starting in goal, Kyle Walker, Company, Stones, Mendy, Goretzka, Yaya Toure, Bernardo Silva, Sterling, Jesus and Sanchez. That means I've dropped Leroy Sané and Aguero, just rotated them round for this game against Villa. It's the final game of today's episode. Let's see how we get on. Okay, then here we go for the final game of today's episode at Villa Park, and let's see how he gets on. Just got next in the opening couple of minutes there to Sanchez. But yeah, let's see how he gets on in this match. Obviously got a much better side than Villa, but that doesn't necessarily mean you win the game. You still got to turn up, still got to play well. Jesus nearly starts off the game brilliantly. Sterling puts it wide. 3 minutes in, should be 1-0 up there. Really good chance for obviously Jesus and Sterling, and hopefully not going to continue our run of being not able to take our chances, but good start to the game. Got to score some goals though. Ideally, get it in the first half or first 15 minutes would be nice. Go on, Goretzka. Pick out Jesus. What a ball, Jesus! He gets there and scores. It's worked. We managed to do a little set-piece thing, and it's managed to work perfectly for us. Right onto the head of Gabriel Jesus, who gets away from his marker and heads it into the back of the net. Brilliant ball in from Goretzka as well. Wasn't really expecting it to come to anything. Usually it doesn't happen too many times, but when you get it right, it always works perfectly. You've just got to get that delivery right from the free kick taker, and also you've got to get the run right as well on top of that. But it's a great run from Jesus, who jumps up really well and connects with it, puts it into the bottom left-hand corner, and we've taken the lead. We're winning the game 1-0. Fantastic way to take the lead, and it's in the first half as well. Got to try and build on it though. Just 24 minutes in here, so still looking for a second goal in the first half. Jesus now over to Sanchez. It has to be a goal here. Sanchez, oh, didn't quite get the finish right. Sterling was following up, and rather than just shooting it and putting as much power behind it as possible, just went with the finesse, and it didn't quite work as I'd hoped on the right foot there. Still have it and then lose it through Bernardo Silva. Half time, still winning the game 1-0. Good to be in front, obviously, that's good, but we need to try and get a second goal. I'm never happy at 1-0, so still got to try and push and pretend that it's still 0-0 really. So I've got to try and do that in the second half now. We might look to make a change with Company Kyle Walker both being booked. It's certainly tempting to try and switch that up just to make sure we don't get exploited in that position. Maybe an Otamendi going on would be a good idea. I think we'll actually do that now just to kind of protect Company a little bit. Don't want to have a red card obviously in this game because that would change things massively, and I do like to go in quite strong with some of the challenges, so I think we had to change that right hand side a little bit. Jesus going to look to Sterling. Sterling going to look for a cross. It's not working, is it really? Got to try and keep those low and driven if possible. Need to try and find another way through Aston Villa because at the moment they are being pretty resilient. We're also not being particularly creative ourselves in the chances that we're making, so got to try and rethink that a little bit. Okay, final two changes. Delph and Leroy Sané both to come on. We're going to have to make some changes now, I think, to try and freshen up the team. We're getting outrun a little bit in midfield, which is a bit strange for us now. So Yaya coming off, obviously not really known for his pace or ability to move across the pitch particularly quickly. So Sanchez also coming off as well. Sané on the left-hand side now, just try and get that left-footed sort of shot going on that left-hand side. So we'll see how it goes. Goretzka just getting himself booked as well for a bad challenge. So hopefully no red card for either of those guys, because obviously, you know, Kyle Walker and Goretzka neither of them could come off now. So got to make sure we don't do anything too rash in midfield and defence. Sané through to Jesus. We're through. Can it be a second? How have we done that? We can't seem to keep anything down. I think it's because we keep on doing it when we're running onto it, and so it seems to put more power on everything. I'm only actually tapping the ball most of the time, so it's very frustrating when I just see things fly over the bar like that, because it's just not how I was hoping to hit the ball. Come on, Goretzka's got the delivery right here. It's into John Stones, connects with it, saved by the keeper. That's our closest chance in a long time to scoring. Goretzka going to try and get it back in, but actually doesn't get there. Delph into Sterling, now looking for Jesus. Going to try and turn his man. Jesus can't again. Defenders just seem to be a little bit too strong, too good at winning back the ball. Maybe we're being a bit too predictable. It's difficult to tell, but they keep reading every turn that we make, and so we've not managed to break down the defence as well as I'd hoped. We still win the game, but just 1-0. A bit disappointed by the lack of goals, really, in the last couple of games, but that happens sometimes. You go through little dips like that. We've obviously had massive wins at times. Well, 8-0 was it last episode or something, so, you know, you go through massive sort of dips and changes in goals that you're scoring, but you know, it happens. 2 shots from Aston Villa, didn't get a single one on target. We had 10 and 6 on target, just only got 1 goal. So, got to try and improve next episode, but happy still to get the 3 points. Obviously, get back onto winning ways in the league now as well, after obviously dropping 2 points for the first time against Tottenham. You see, we've got a game against Real Sociedad next episode. We're currently top of the group at the moment by 3 points. Obviously, if we were to lose that game for some reason, then we would actually go level with Real Sociedad, or they'd go level with us. So, we'll see how we get on next time around. Hopefully, get ourselves a victory there to put us obviously a little bit further in front. But that is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 75 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.